Greetings to all, my name is Grudar and welcome to day 8 of Eldritch Moon spoilers. Wow, I can't believe we're already at day 8, but it is. So, the first spoiler of the day is actually a rough translation. Chaos Reveler is 6 generic double red for a 3/4 devil horror. And it costs 1 less mana to cast for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. It has prowess, and when it enters the battlefield, you discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Yeah! I can really see this in a red aggro deck. Even though it's 8 mana, it's a great later game card to refill your hand, because you'll have a lot of 1 or 2 mana spells or instants and sorceries, so you'll have a lot of instants and sorceries here in your graveyard, and you probably will ditch your hand pretty quickly if you're playing red aggro, so this card might actually see some constructed play. In limited, this card is okay, because you might not always have the instants or sorceries you need, and in Commander this card is gonna be in some decks. Campaign of Vengeance is 3 generic 1 white 1 black for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, the defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's a brutal Horde Chief effect on an enchantment. So yeah, it's gonna be great for limited. Too costly for anything outside of limited, except for Commander. Nahiri's Wrath is 2 generic 1 red for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast it, discard X cards. Nahiri's Wrath deals damage equal to the total converted mana cost of the discarded cards to each of up to X target creatures and/or planeswalkers. So to recap this card, you discard a certain amount of cards, that's the amount of targets the spell is gonna have. And you add up the converted mana cost of the cards, that's how much damage it's gonna deal to all of those targets. But you can only target creatures and/or planeswalkers, because you would just be able to kill your opponent outright on turn 3 if it was players. Because, you know, oh, I play Nahiri's Wrath, discard 2 Emrakul, you're dead. Nah, that's not, that wouldn't be fun. So, great card. It works well with Madness, discarding some Fiery Tempers, and then madnessing them, all that stuff. Yeah, it's basically a red board wipe-ish card, which is great, and it targets planeswalkers, which is really important to fight the Super Friends decks that are probably gonna be prominent in Standard soon enough. In Limited, this card is meh. This card is meh. You will probably still play this, because it can really save you. Spell Queller is 1 generic 1 white 1 blue for a 2/3 spirit with flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Now, before I even say anything else about this card, yes, it uses the old wording, which means if you bounce this creature while its enters the battlefield trigger is still on the stack, the spell will be exiled indefinitely. Because the leaves the battlefield trigger will be in the wrong order. I don't really get why they use the old wording for this, but there might not have been any proper new wording for this. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's a really cool strategy. Also, it's another blue-white spirit. They might actually be viable, the spirit decks. I don't know. I'll probably try one out just to see if Blue-White Spirits is viable in Standard. And yeah, in Limited, this is a 2/3 Flash Flying for 3. You don't even need the Enter the Battlefield trigger, because this will be good. Outside of Limited, we'll probably see some form of Standard play. Outside of Standard, probably not unless Commander, but again, everything is played in Commander. Dark Salvation is XX and blue for a sorcery. Target player puts 2 X/2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 and the turn for each zombie that player controls. So quick recap. You usually target yourself to get a lot of zombies, or if you're playing to a giant, your ally who plays a lot of zombies. And then you target a creature that gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie the player you targeted with the first clause controls. So this is great. This is really amazing. This is a great addition to any zombie deck. It goes through indestructible and it gives you flexible amounts of zombies, and it can be a 1-mana kill spell if you already control a lot of zombies, or if your opponent already controls a lot of zombies. So this is really great card, and this will probably see play in the Standard zombie deck. That is gonna be viable in Standard after this set comes out. In Limited, this card is great because flexible zombie tokens and removal. Yay! Fortune's Favor is 3 generic 1 blue for an instant. Target opponent looks at the top 4 cards of your library, then separates them into a face down pile and a face up pile. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Wow! This is not fact or fiction. However, this is a fun card. It's so much fun. And every time someone is playing this, someone's gonna have fun. It's like if you play this, you're like, do something with my cards. And if someone plays this and targets you, you'll be like, all right, sure. So it's a really fun card, and I really enjoy that it puts those amazingly fun cards in new expansions, because Magic the Gathering is still about having a lot of fun. And yeah, this card is probably not good enough to see play outside of Limited or Commander, but a fun card nonetheless. So that is for day 8 of Eldritch Moon spoilers. Not a lot of cards have been spoiled today, but Zombies got something amazing, Spirits got something amazing, Red got some amazing stuff. Yeah, it's fun. It's gonna be a fun set, and I'm so looking forward to the pre-release and to the draft. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!